If you're playing Cypher on a Fracture, these are the best trips to put on A site. Have a nice low trip across, not predictable. One from the stairs across, a little further out. One very close as well too. Mix those two up, depending on what you're feeling. For a one-way cage, come back to the corner, look to the middle here, slightly aim down, and through your cage. With that, we have a one-way cage. You can either play backside, wait till they get tripped, shoot them through it. If you're playing Cypher on Fracture and playing towards sand, I recommend putting your trips somewhere outside like this. You can always put one trip here. For a cage, I like to line up here, crouch in the corner, and then I roughly line up on this line here, aim to the top, and through my cage. It's gonna land there. You got a good one way. If someone's rotating in, you can pop that late. Or if someone's playing down the corner, more of a one way that spot. Going to over my top few cams on Fracture. One cam I like to put up here as an option. You can see sight well, nice and walkouts, nice and high up, hard for them to ping it. Another spot I like, probably my second favorite option, would be putting the cam up over here. Just a nice view as well, you can see even more. Over at sand, you just can't ping over there, you just can't get the camera to that spot. Third option, not as desirable. You can just put it up here, see a little deeper in main, see if they're walking up drop. If you're playing Cypher on a Fracture on B site, these are some of my favorite trips. I like one down over by the entrance as an option. Another one, depending how they're playing, if they're pushing through a lot to gain control. Across there. The two side options. For a cage for this setup, recommend kind of just throwing it down by the stairs. When they're walking up, can slow them down. Second cage, you can put somewhere around on the stairs, depending where your setup is. Kind of blocks both parts of those. So it could be a good spot too. So if they walk through that, they're either going to hit one of those trips, you can spam through it. And for a cam of this location, I usually just throw it up over here. Good range of view on the site. See arcade. Retakes as well. You can see if anyone's pushed up. Don't be afraid to back off. If you're playing Cypher on Fracture or by B side, playing arcade, these are two good setups for trips. This one, they can only shoot one side. They're going to have to come up the zip to shoot it. So if you're holding this angle, it's a pretty good spot. I'd recommend throwing a cage down by that trip as well.
Cage triggered.
Walk through there. You can shoot it. Or if you hear a lot of people, you can always pop the cage and get some shots off. My favorite cam for this setup is going to be up over here. Allows me to see arcade. I can also see if they're coming out over at the ramp.